So we're given a table and we were asked to talk about the cost of a call. So it's a little bit like proportion, linking in with a sequence. So we've got the sequence expression there, so 2m plus 5. The sequence is actually here off to the side. It's just put in a table format, so if I write that out, so it's probably easier for you to recognise. So that's my sequence. So it's going up in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, 10, 11, and then 3. The term to term rule is adding 2 each time. So you can use Dyno, or you can just see that the difference is there. So those of you who are using Dyno, it's 2n, and then the 0 term is the 5. That's where it's come from. Now we can either use the pattern in the table, or we can use the actual sequence expression to answer this question. So a 5-minute call we can see is an extra 2p, so that's clearly going to be 15p. 15-minute call is a bit higher up, so we can either continue the sequence or we can do some substitution. So if you do 2 times the 15 minute, and then we're going to add on the 5, so that will give us 35p for the call. The cost of the table is slightly different for Martin, so again I'll write down the sequence off to the side so you can see. And the term to term pattern for this one is adding 3 each time. So using the Dyno section, or whatever method you use, it's going to be 3n, and then the number in front of that 4, the 0 term, would be 1 plus 1. So that's the rule for that, so 3n plus 1. So it's just about generating the information from the table as opposed to giving it to you in a sequence straight away. Let's have a look at a similar question. So you're going to have a go at this question on your action sheet. You've got the information similar to the table, 12, 17, 22 and 27. So you're going to work out the nth rule like we just did. You can use the Dyno method or just state the rule. And then from that you're going to work out how much it's going to cost me if I'm on the phone for 30 minutes. And then my TIFF question will be, if I have £20 to be on the phone for, how long would I be on that phone? So pause the video and have a go, please, on your action sheet. So I'm going to write out the sequence so it's easier to see. I can see that it's going up in 5 each time. So it's going to be 5n. And then the 0 term, the number in front is 5 less, so that is going to be 7, so you plus on the 7. So that is the rule for the sequence. So if I'm going to be on for 30 minutes, I'm saying that n is 30. So I've got to do 5 times 30 and then plus on the 7. So that's going to be 150 plus on the 7 gives me 157 pence. Now part C is slightly different because I want to know how long I can spend on the phone. It's going to take me a long time for this phone call to be £20. So first of all I have to think that £20 is going to be the same as 2,000 pence. So my formula that I'm going to have to solve is the 5n plus the 7, and that is equal to the 2,000 to follow through. So we're going to solve that. So I'm going to minus the 7, so it's going to give me 1,993, and that's equal to 5n. We're going to divide it by 5, so that's going to give me 398.6, lots of decimals, which obviously I can't exceed my minute to get my £20, so that means I'm going to have to be on the phone for 398 minutes, which turns out to be 6 hours and 38 minutes. Long phone call. So hopefully you managed the first two, because that's what we're focusing on, and then the TIFF is part C. So on your action sheet, you're going to complete the 3 questions that are on the screen. For each of them, I want you to state me the rule and then work out how much it's going to cost me for 30 minutes on the phone. And then I've changed it to £2 as opposed to 20, just because it's a lot of money otherwise. So see how long you can stay on the phone for £2. Okay. So full working out please on the action sheet, and then you need to pause the video to complete. So you can check your answers. I haven't given you answers for A, your teacher can check that. 30 minutes on the phone will cost me 90p, and then 125p, and then 186p. And then part C, it will be 66 minutes and 48 minutes and 32 minutes, all working out please on your sheet so we can check through everything. Well done.